everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Mariah and I talk about books and bookish things. If you're returning, thank you so much for stopping by. I am amazed that you guys are liking my TBR videos so much and that you guys are sticking around. And I want to say stay tuned because I am working on a brand new TBR game for next year. It's a lot more in depth, but I'm super excited about it. Today I want to do the reading habits tagged. I was tagged by the two lovely ladies over at Bookworm Dreams. Check them out. I'll leave their link in the cards. So let's get started. First, do you have a certain place at home for reading? I don't. My library right now is also a storage room, so while I keep my books here and my TBR cart is here, I read mainly on the couch or in the bedroom or in the office. Bookmark or random piece of paper? I prefer bookmark, but I'll use whatever's available. I have a whole canister, not canister, but a little box full of my bookmarks that are near and dear to my heart. Can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain number of pages? I can just stop reading whenever and pretty much pick up where I left off. However, I prefer to stop at a new chapter or in a break in the action so that I don't feel like it's interrupting anything. Do you eat or drink while reading? Yes, I both eat and drink while reading. At work, my meal breaks are when I can read, and at home I'm often found with food or a cup of coffee or tea or wine or whatever with my books. Well, that is good. Number 5, multitasking, music or TV while reading. I listen to music while I read a lot. I might have like a true crime show going in the background if I'm feeling particularly lonely. But normally it's a video game soundtrack or like a themed playlist. Owlcrate has some good ones with their boxes. I'm not an Owlcrate affiliate, but you know, I've been a subscriber for over a year. So, one book at a time or several? I actually have several going at a time. I have one book in my bag for work because I'm not allowed to have my phone. I have one book at home on my on my nightstand that I read for my or that's my at-home book, and then I have an audiobook going and sometimes an ebook going depending on the month. Reading at home or elsewhere? I guess I've already answered this one. I read at work, I read in the waiting rooms for appointments, and I read at home as well. I read kind of everywhere. Reading out loud or silently in your head? I read out loud in my head, I guess. If I'm like trying to suss out what a book says, then I will definitely read that. But other than that, it's very much a I read silently but out loud in my head, if that makes any sense. Do you read ahead or skip pages? Nope, I don't. I don't read ahead. I don't skip pages, which makes things very awkward. But I don't. Or keeping it like new. I can't remember my own handwriting. So breaking the spine or keeping it like new, I don't really care. I have small hands, so generally holding the book without breaking the spine is pretty easy, but if the spine is broken while I'm reading, I don't really care. I try to keep in the best possible shape the first time I read it, and then after that, it's game on. Unless I'm giving it as a gift. Do you write in your books? Yes and no, it depends. Sometimes I will book journal to annotate, and sometimes I will annotate in the book. And that's an entirely, I think it just depends on what's handy, honestly. And that wraps up this tag. So I have super boring reading habits, but there we go. Thank you so much, ladies at Bookworm Dreams. I loved this tag so much. It was a lot of fun to think of my answers. Today's beverage is in my Fluff You Fluff and Fluff, Stop Stressing Me Out mug. And it's just the decaf from Bones Coffee. This is my new setup, so I'm really excited about it. I feel very YouTube official with a ring light and a tripod, so I hope you guys like it. If you guys can notice a change in quality, let me know down below. I'm really curious. I tag everyone who wants to do this tag. I had a lot of fun with these tags. If you have any other tags, always feel free to tag me here or on Twitter, which I will leave down below. You can find me here on Thursdays and Sundays again. We're going to go back to 2 videos starting next week. You can also find me on my blog, which I posted for the first time in a while there on Mondays and Fridays. And you can find me on Instagram, which I will start posting again next week. I guess I will do a quick life update. So I finally finished my degree. I have a 3.82 cumulative GPA, which means I'm graduating with honors, and I'm very emotional about that. I'm getting ready to take 2 weeks off of work, so I'm very excited about that. I'm not going anywhere, I'm just taking some time off to kind of celebrate and start this new chapter. I'm really excited. So thanks again for doing this tag, and thank you for watching it. If you don't have a YouTube channel, feel free to tag me in your blog posts. I'm Mariah's Nerdy Notes on WordPress, so mariahsnerdynotes.wordpress.com, and so tag me in your answers down below, or answer the questions down below. I'm really curious to see what other people's reading habits are. So that wraps up today. I hope you guys enjoy the new setup and how it will evolve in the future, and I'll see you guys later. All the best coffee, wine, and books to you. Cheers.